Okay.
Yes, now starting new video.
Okay. So when we are going to create any position, okay, based on that position, we have to create multiple positions as I described.
Hmm.
And when we create the position, we and every position. Number one thing is every position is linked with the department, with the job, and with the uh, basically two things are there. When one is the position code, a position name, and second one is the it is linked with the department, organization, and linked with job. There
Hmm.
are many other options, but majorly, whenever we are creating a position, it is going to be work like that. So as you see here now, we created the position structure when we created the business group, and we created the business key flex field, position key flex field for the business group.
Hmm.
Based on that, I told you that whenever we will create that, you can say the position, and we will click on name, the two fields will appear based on our structure which we created.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me click on the position code and see is it okay, still it's not list of value. Now we what we can do, we can go into the position key flex field, number one thing,
Hmm.
and we can add the value set position name there. And whenever we create, HR need to create a position name, first they have to go into that structure, they have to write down the name over there, and that name will appear to over here. Number one option is, which is the better option, because it is you can say data restricted,
Hmm.
because it will be only appear to HR executives, HR core people who have to create the positions. Okay, and HR people basically create the position by for their employees, and the supply chain consultants basically created the position by themselves. They will not use this structure, but they use the position hierarchy positions which we create. Basically they all give us the means the request that we kindly we need to create the position. So we create the HR, basically HR team creates the position for them in the system from the position screen, and they use the same position in their hierarchy, and those hierarchy are used for approvals, for different approvals. Even we can use the positions for approvals, but mostly supply chain consultant and team uh, basically use the position hierarchies, and based on position hierarchies they can do the approvals. That is a lengthy topic, but I try my level best to summarize it in a quick way. So far, what I'm trying to do now, I will enter the code by myself. Okay,
Hmm.
Tetra 01 will be the first position code, and the position name will be human. Okay, there will be one issue over here, because we need to create a new position. Here basically I just click on new over here, and that's why it appearing directly over here. Second thing is the major thing, when we are going to create this position, means on today's 29th again. So
Hmm.
date effective is also the important part whenever we are creating any data or entering any data in the HR core. So we what we will do, we will create the position from 1st March. Okay, 1st March 2021. So we use this date for the position creation date, and then I will click on new, because I want to click a new position. So
Hmm.
now you can see all these fields are blank. There are different tabs over here. Uh, date effective name will be the same. Flex field name, which once we click over there, these two fields will appear here. Means I want to enter first these code, position code. Let us enter is 5 times 0, huh? 5 times 0, 1. And the position is human resource director. This is the one position which I will create. Okay. And then there is a type. We have 4 types in positions. Most of the time the questions asked in the interview, how many position types are there. So there are 4 types of position types. One is none, one is pooled, one is shared, and one is single incumbentment. Single incumbentment, basically when we select this single incumbentment, means this position will only used by the one employee, with the one employee. Okay, means human resource director will only one human resource director in the department. So we don't want to share this position with anyone. Means any other employee cannot use this position. That's why whenever, for example, we have 5,000 employees, and out of 5,000 employees, 3,000 employees are the core employees in the organization, who are basically working as a managerial level or as a accountants level, or different positions are there. Those people need to approve something. Means they want to initiate definitely something. Somebody want to go for a leave, somebody want to go for some holidays leave, somebody is sick. So all those requests which initiated, basically covered, need to create those positions. Must every employee have to need to create the position, and we need to attach those positions with the employees. Once we will do that, you will see in the HR as well. So here you can, as a single incumbent means it will only link with this specific position, and that specific position need to be linked with only this specific single employee. Shared is, as is with the name, means we want to attach this position with another user as well. Means there are 2 employees to whom we can share this position. Based on that, what will happen? The approval hierarchy and approval requests, basically when I'm using the approval requests, means you should understand that means I'm saying that there must be some transactions happening. Any request, self-service request, requisition request, any financial request, any request which is initiated from the system by the employee or any user, need to go to some specific approver. Okay, so means HR director will be the approver of any request. If we will see in one organization hierarchy as a approval hierarchy chain, for example, employee initiate a request, then it goes to his supervisor, then it goes to human resource director, and then it goes to the CEO. Some requests needs to go to the CEO. Some requests need to go to the human resource director. Some requests are those requests which can be approved by the supervisor only, and it's come approved. So these are the hierarchy chains which basically I'm discussing right now. So single incumbent, shared, pooled is basically the type, basically when, and it is used in the government organizations, mostly when they have different type of projects, and one employee basically one employee basically need to, you can say, work on a different projects. So based on that, in government organizations, they use the pooled uh, position type. But mostly, keeping in mind, most of the time, the two types are very important, which are shared and single incumbent.
Hmm.
Rest, I never saw the types used. Even none is basically that it is not going to be uh, even it's not shared, even it's not pooled, even it's not single incumbent. But if it is none, it almost related to single incumbent, because means if it is none means it will not going to share anything any for with anyone. So it almost be, you can say, related to single incumbent.
Okay.
But we will use the single incumbent type for every positions. Now other section. So this is the first block. The second block of position creation is when we are creating the position, we create the, and now we want to see that this position will attach with which department. You get my point? Because as you see in the assignment screen, we have departments there, we have jobs there. Okay. So I want to attach this specific position
With
in the human resource department, because human resource director will be the director in the human resource department. So I will add this position organization as a human resource.
okay.
Then I want to say that this position will be attached with the job.
Oh,
So job will be director. So I have the director job there as well.
hmm.
So I will create that whole position based on this whole hierarchy. Now you can say the chain of hierarchy here as well. So it is with the department, with the job, and the single incumbent. Hiring status is a starting date. You can mention 1st March, because we are creating on you can say on the 1st March, because the point is entering 1st March, we are creating also on 1st March, and it also depends on the situation.
Hmm.
On the situation means that, for example, we hired an employee. Okay. We hired an employee, and that employee basically hired on 1st March. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And we want to create the position also on 1st March, because we are going to attach it. Na? The status will be active and proposed. Okay, sorry, here it is. Okay, status it is there. Hiring status. I thought it is something like that.
Okay.
Okay, active and proposed. Sorry, I missed this section. Field. I thought it is a
Starting.
date field. Yeah. So status is always active, because we need to attach this position for some current active, na? And propose mean that, for example, we created that position. Okay.
Hmm.
And we created that position on 1st March,
Hmm.
and we say that this position will be proposed on to attach on 1st April.
Hmm.
Okay. So based on that, we can see say here the proposed end date as well field is there. But almost whenever we are doing this kind of thing, we always select the active status. The second tab. Now I see I just click on the hiring information.
Hmm.
Okay. And the position detail was the first option. Hiring information. In hiring on information tab, we have again two yellow fields. Now you can understand that yellow fields, which we discussed before
Mandatory.
as well, must be the mandatory. So
Hmm.
FTE stands for full-time equivalent.
If
Full-time equivalent means that this position is with the full-time employee. So I said that it will be only for one, because as I mentioned that this position is a single incumbent position, and I want to only attach this position with one employee. So full-time equivalent is count one, as a count one. If we want to share it and we want to make it pool, then we can make it five. For example, we want to share this position with five other employees. Then we have to mention here as well as a count of five or three or two, like this. But standardly, it always be one, because as I mentioned, whenever we go for the position creation, position structure, every position need to create for all the employees, for all the in the organization. If they have 10,000 employees, we have to create 10,000 positions, because every employee have to need to attach the position. So that you have to be keeping in mind. We have to make like that. So this is the main section of creating a position. Head count is basically one, means most of the time maybe you will now get an idea. Sometime maybe in organization they want to check that how many head count data we have in HR department, how many head count we have in finance department. Head count is same like means how many employees. So the name is using just head count, but head count reports also being generated. Okay, so most of the time from here the section where they can get an idea that how many head counts we have in the organization or in the company. So we can check from here and we can generate, and the technical team report get the data from here, and based on that they can attach that information. So this is the whole structure of creating a position, and these are the mandatory fields which we have to enter. Rest there are a lot of fields, lot of tabs, but to be very straightforward, we never get a chance to work on it, and even not none organizations I saw that go in depth of detail to creating the position. So whatever I have done in my whole experience of position structure, position creation, I just described to you. I will definitely share the videos with you as well, so you can get more idea. But either or neither, it will always be the same. Okay, so this one position I created. Now what I will do, now let me go to one employee. So now you can get an idea. So far I just created one position, but I will create more positions, and I will show you. And so far I think we also only created one employee so far, and that employee is created on 15th March, if you remember. I think
15 March
so
or
today
1st April.
No, I think we created only one employee so far, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
Imran
this
Khan.
one. Yeah, Imran Khan. Let me open this employee. Open this find.
Yes, 15 March.
And then on assignment, and then on position. But now you can see the department is correct, but the job is not matching with the position job,
Hmm.
because here the job is manager and we created the
Director.
position based on director. So
Director.
if you will come here and you will try to find that position, you cannot find any position.
Hmm.
You get my point? So this is also very important part, important thing which need to be understand very carefully. That's why I explain you that when we create the position, we create the position based on department and based on job.
Job, yes.
So what I will do here, now you can see what I will do here. I will do I'm again going to okay, now what I will do here, I will I come no I will okay, let me do it for you. Let me come on 20 March 2021. Okay, I just changed the date. Okay, from current date to that specific 20th date. I want to just show you one thing so you can get what I will do here. I'm going to update this job. I will not do correction. So these are the two options here. As I mentioned before, whenever we want to do any, once we click on update, the system will generate a new record, new row in the table. If I will do the correction, what it will do, whatever the date will be of the creation, 15th March, it will do the correction and nobody will know what happened. It only get an idea that something happens on this date, but based on correction, they cannot trace out that record. Okay. So what I will do now, and you will see the change as well. I will click on update. Now I will go to position and I will try here. You see?
Yes.
So this is the link between the position and the, you can say, with the job and with the organization. Now I will click on save. So you will see here, the date will come here 20.
Sir, it means job and position are interlinked in this.
Yes. Jobs, department, both are interlinked with the position.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you cannot means do anything. It's only even one more thing. Even maybe some organization maybe don't want to use positions. Okay, then definitely you will just create the key flex field. You the key flex field structure must be defined. Even the organization will create or not create or using the position. That is also one scenario. Okay, but in big organizations they use the position hierarchies, as I mentioned, because the supply chain application is going to be implemented. They use the position hierarchy from HR. So all those kind of things are going to be changed. So you see here now,
sir,
that the change. Yeah,
in every implementation we will do the same as we have done in our previous.
yes, yeah, almost same, almost.
Okay.
Means you almost get an idea, na? You also get the idea of what are the key flag field, what are the means structure we have to define. Major is for HR core module, we have to be make sure that there are 6 key flag fields. Based on those 6 key flag fields, we want to stand the business group. Without business group, we cannot do anything on HR, on these HR forms or screens. So this is the point. So now what we are standing on 20th. We are standing, or we are here now, we are on 29th. But you can see here the 20th March. If I will try to go before 20th, you will see the job and the position. Job manager, and position you will see none. That I want to see here. You see?
Yes.
Because you see here in the bottom, the effective date is from date 15th March, which is the creation date. And here something happened on 19th March. Means on 20th March, I update something. The system, what system did? System ended the previous row record on 19th and create the new row on 20th. See, now 20th March is the open date and to date is blank. So means there is no anything happened after this date. For example, on 1st of July 2021, this person become promoted. He become means senior director. You get my point? So and his grade is going to be also update with the job. So based on that, you can see the history as well. Now, if you see the history here, you will also see two rows now here. See, last time I show you, but it was not like that. So if you click on full history, you can also see that, see the job and the in the job section, you see that there something change happened. First is manager and then is director. And Shami Abbasi last updated by Shami Abbasi, now the same different dates on last update on the same date. This is the last update happened. Na? On 29th we updated basically. So this is the last update date it is shown. So these are the all columns in the application, mostly columns which shows us that it what is the change and who did the change. Even if you come here and you click on record history, you can see here. See, 27 March we created this record. Okay. On 15th March, with effect for 15th March, we created the employee, but the system date was 27. Means this is the created by and creation date. Then updated by updated date. Even if you will update anything on 5 April, it will update this. It will not update this because the creation date is only once. Okay. So that is how you can trace out and all kind of things can be happened. This is a basic and core information of the position structure. Okay. Now you will do one thing. You create positions by yourself. Now, try to create the same positions and not same. We create the position like human resource manager. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And then create finance manager, finance director. Okay. And then you must create information or IT, like IT director. Okay. IT manager. So these 6 positions you must create by yourself. And once you create it, then in next session, what we will do, I will show you the position hierarchy. Okay. And based on that, you will see, okay, what is hierarchy, what is this one. That is one only topic which is left in position. Let me do show you the organization hierarchy. How we can
Sir, I will create different position from different departments. 6.
Yeah. Because see, finance is related to finance department. Manager will be the job and the position name will be finance manager. You get my point? And the same finance director, but finance director will be the position name and finance will be the department and director will be the job.
Okay.
Same like that. You and same hiring tab. You have to FT select single incumbent, all those kind, and code sequence. You must not by yourself, because currently what code we use 5551. Next code, what you will enter? 00002. Sorry, penta 0. Yeah, sorry, penta 0 2 and penta 03, penta 05 is this kind of sequence you must use. Okay. Yeah. So far you must use this. Then we will create the position hierarchy. Organization hierarchy I can create it right now. Why? Because we already have 3 departments. And what is the purpose of organization hierarchy? Most of the time, whenever there is any control, you can say, based on the security purpose as well, security profile. When we want to create a security profile, we want to do different kind of securities on departments. So what we will use, we use the organization hierarchy. Means organization hierarchy is the top will be the business group, and based on that business group, the CO department. Sometimes, most of the organization there is CO department as well. Okay, because in CO department there will be 2 to 3 employees. One is CO himself, one is CO assistant. CO assistant is also there. Okay, and COPA personal assistant is also there of CO. So these kind of employees also need to be charged to that specific department. So human department, we already have finance department. So let me create that organization hierarchy for you, and then I will show you that idea. Basically, the idea is the same. Once organization hierarchy is created, based on the organization hierarchy, we can do attach the security profile. Okay, and that organization hierarchy can be also attached in the security profile. Once that will created in any other session, I will show you how you will use or how you can utilize in the security profile. Let me create this position hierarchy with effect from with effect from 1st March. I'm going to, so setup we already did on, I think, 1st January 2021 or something like that. But now what we are doing, we are creating everything, a basic normal setups after those dates. We are not going into the back dates. We are just reaching on the same date. So this information is very important for the consultants, that he must know that which setup has been created on which date, which setup. You get my point? So based on that, you can control the setup things as well. So let me create CCL Pharma hierarchy. I will write down the same name, hierarchy. Hierarchy. Okay, that will be the primary, because we are creating one. Let's say forward first. Okay, this is the first block. Basically, we have to save it. Vision number automatically appears by itself. Okay, the name means date will be the same, which we given on the top. Okay, again, this is another block, because if you see yourself, this is one border here, then this is a detailed border here, so you can get an idea over like this. Okay, let me close this. Let me come into detail now. Let me and select the first Okay. Today, I'm really very sorry about my mouse. Today, I think it is required to, you can say, restart my system, but it is not allowing me to restart now. Okay. Now you see here on the top organization level, CCL Pharma Private Limited automatically appears. You see here?
Yes, sir.
Because this was our business group.
Yes.
And now under the business group, I want to add my all three departments. You see, these are the departments which need to be entered under the business group. I will enter this. I will enter. I will enter human resource. Save it. I will enter information. So these are currently so far our three departments which will fall under this business group. And for example, so far, if I will try to let me copy here and come to the diagram. Diagrammer is nothing, just to open into the editor and it will show you the chart. So far, definitely you can see only a basic chart which you can see like this, and based on that you can see that in the finance department, human resource. Okay, if you click on this, you just see the different types and all kind of information that is basically going to be used on a different uh, sections. Main is the position, main is the security. Okay, when we will go for the security profile, we can create that security based on hierarchy. Okay, and the second thing will be it will be used in different reports as well. So far, definitely we just created three departments and one business group. Definitely in CCL or in other organization, we have more than, I think, 15 to 20 departments. So definitely when we will create that, and maybe in few of organizations, you can get you can have an idea that some departments have sub departments
Yes.
in some organization,
Yes.
and for example, sales and marketing is our head department, sales will be the sub department.
Yes.
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 So something, these kind of hierarchy is basically used, and based on that, what happens once you click, for example, you come here and you not this screen.
Sir,
There
another
is
example.
another.
Sir,
Yeah.
Another example of department, we have HR department here, and under HR department we have facilities department, which is sub department of HR department. Facilities, compensation,
Correct,
and
correct.
facilities department.
Department, it all depend on the organization
Hmm.
internal scenarios, na, which are
Hmm.
so basically our main point is so how you can get an idea, means if you want to go to create an organization hierarchy,
Hmm.
where you have to go, how you will going to create those things, what options you have to select. So for example, if we have another department, so what we will do, we will click on this section, and what you see here now, human resources on top.
Hmm.
Okay, and based on that, now you, if we will create, if we have more departments, we will select over here, because they will fall under human resource, na?
Okay.
So
Excellent.
this is the way. So yeah, now once I click on up, you can see here number of 3 subordinates, means business group have 3 subordinates.
Hmm.
But if we want to add, so suppose under information technology, we have 2 more departments. One is server, one is network.
Hmm.
For an example, I'm just giving a simple example.
Hmm.
But as we discussed in finance, we have receivable, we have payable.
Hmm.
Okay, we have cash management. So these kind of, in big organizations, these kind of departments are there now. So they
Okay.
use this kind of, definitely they, what they will do, they will do this option, which now I'm clicking. I click on up, and based on that I will come over here, and I can see, okay, now under human resource I have 3 more. Okay, here it will show 3. Then I will click this down arrow key. So far, under business group, organization name, we have 3.
Hmm.
You get my point? So this
Yes.
is the way to create the organization hierarchy. Position hierarchy is almost the same. But once you will create those positions,
Yes.
then we will go for that position hierarchy section, inshallah. Uh, let us close this session, and now our only part which is left is, I think, that employee person address screen, personal information screen. All those screens can be accessible through, you can say, through enter and maintain. That these are not so means, you can say, very lengthy topic, very easy information which we can, the record is not coming because we are sitting on, currently you can see here on 1st March. So that's why there is no record. So these are the things which you have to be very keen and understand, that why the record is not coming. Oh, okay, there must be any date scenario. So once I come on the real date, effective date, that date will, the employee record automatically comes. So that address has nothing. If you try to do by yourself, you can do it. Try to do it by yourself. Click on others button. Okay, try to now navigate all those things by yourself. Means here you can see the contact, here you can see the personal information as well. Personal information is basically the same information which we already entered here. See, as we discussed here, this screen, this
Okay.
is the basically personal information, na?
Hmm.
So we already entered the complete personal information. See, personal tab. So this is the personal information of an employee. And others, you can see the contact, as I mentioned here. You can want to enter a contact. Basically, you want to enter your wife name, relation, your children information, or their ages. All these kind need to be entered. So these are the basic things which you can try by yourself. If you find any issue, I will be happy to give you the correct answer on that. And definitely now, once you will create the positions, till tomorrow. Go through with these address tab button, go with the picture, try to upload the picture as well, click on other button and navigate on different functionalities, and surely you will get more idea on it.
Okay, sir.
So far, Alhamdulillah, I think we have almost completed our HR core, but tomorrow we will create the position hierarchy, and tomorrow if you have any each points, note down, and we will finalize that HR core tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
And then we will start the absence management.
Absence management. Okay, sir.
Yeah, which is also very important. ठीक है sir?
Okay, sir.
इजाजत है?
Thank you very much,
चलें,
sir.
thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.